post-pandemic architecture. I'd rather call it in-pandemic architecture because people are already moving towards this. There was a shift towards this even pre-COVID, but there's an acceleration towards this model that we have always proposed within our ERP++ clextra platform as to how people should collaborate and work in an enterprise. Interesting approach that we have to make this happen is that every single employee or anyone associated with your company has a login. There's an individual login for everybody within the enterprise. This is a unique approach because most ERP software, most companies in the world, we hardly know of anyone that does not give you the whole platform, in the sense that they will give you, if you've got 1,000 employees, you have to buy 20 licenses or 50 licenses or 150 licenses. Our approach is that if you have 1,000 employees, everyone, each of those 1,000 will have a login and access that you determine who will be able to use it when. Simple thing, because if you look at all 1,000 will be tracked for employee attendance, for example, or how many hours are they putting in, who's on whose leave. The payroll definitely has 1,000 names on it, but most of these you have outsourced to a contract payroll contractor. So that could also be part of the architecture. But what we're looking at is this dotted line right across is really your staff and your enterprise. Your staff could be on site working within your company. They may be with a contractor. Your people may be with a contractor or on premises. It could be with a customer. It could be vendor managed inventory. So your own people could be outside the enterprise working on site. And then you have these various functions, which is sales, marketing, production, customer contact, vendor management, statutory filing, your chartered accountants, legal teams are working outside the organization. So you can see the kind of complexity that you have to manage. Now, broadly, the current mechanisms and the components that are there are really not adequate. If you look at, if you look at Microsoft platforms and LDAPs and you're evolving as it grows. So the whole foundation, the architectural foundation for Microsoft or any of those are very, very weak. They tend to be very creaky in the ways it is built, and you keep on adding to an existing integral problem. So the design of the enterprise has to be along the ways that we've talked about. At Clextra, we have this concept of user bases. So vendors are a user base, customers are a user base. Admin is a user base, managers are a user base, executives are a user base. So there are different user bases with different access to different horizontals and verticals within the entire. This seems to be a little difficult to understand when you actually work on the product, but this is the architecture that is supported within Clextra, so that you're genuinely working as a collaborative, large-scale enterprise across your organization in terms of all horizontal and vertical functions. And the access also can come from any device, anywhere within the organization, outside the organization. And it's all cloud. Obviously, this is possible only from a cloud architecture, which is accessible from anywhere. So work from home is integral, and it has already been built in. Even pre-COVID, we had this. We have been in the market for 15 plus years with Clextra. So this is the kind of architecture that we do have within Clextra.